I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I tried to list them based on their price, quality, durability, and more. To find out more information about these Panasonic cameras, you can check out the description below. At number 5, it's the Panasonic Lumix LX100 II. Panasonic's Lumix range has produced and designed some pretty great digital cameras, ranging from point and shoot to digital single lens reflex cameras, and they've been very consistent with their performance. For frequent travellers, we're going to take a look at the Panasonic Lumix LX100 II, which is a compact point-and-shoot camera with a great sensor delivering amazing image quality, speedy and responsive autofocus performance, wide range of controls on the body that are pretty intuitive, and tons of interesting features, making this camera pretty attractive. The Panasonic Lumix LX100 II resembles very closely its predecessor, which was also a great camera. However, this time around we get a better hand grip. The camera is pretty tiny again, which makes it very useful for travellers, as you can easily pack it in your jacket pocket without a problem. All the controls on this device are very well placed and have a premium feel to them, on top of their amazing functionality. It's also equipped with an electronic viewfinder that's pretty bright and colourful. The screen is very well made and the touchscreen is very responsive. However, the screen is fixed. The autofocus performance of this camera is pretty good, and it's pretty fast with its 49 area autofocus system. It managed to focus on the subject in 0.1 seconds at max. While this is mostly due to the fixed lens, it's also the technological prowess. It's also equipped with a contrast detect depth from defocus technology, which is also pretty fast and excellent. This performance makes the Panasonic Lumix LX100 II perfect for street and travel photography. The Panasonic Lumix LX100 II utilizes a 17 megapixel micro Four Thirds CMOS sensor, which has no optical low-pass filter, delivering amazing detail as a result. While it's a pretty small sensor compared to an APS-C sensor, it delivered a rather close performance to it, and also then the ISO range was excellent and it spanned from 200 to 25/600. It's capable of shooting 11 frames per second in AFS mode and about 5.5 frames per second in continuous focusing mode. Together with a good battery life of about 340 shots, the Panasonic Lumix LX100 II is a pretty attractive camera. At number 4, it's the Panasonic Lumix GH4. Next up, we have the Panasonic Lumix GH4, which is a mirrorless interchangeable lens camera from the company's lineup, and it's a pretty attractive one thanks to its DSLR-like design, 4K video shooting, fast focus, good sensor, weather and dust-proof body, vari-angle screen, Wi-Fi connectivity, and a good electronic viewfinder on top of all this, making the Panasonic Lumix GH4 one of the most attractive options from the company's lineup. In terms of design and aesthetics, it adopts nearly everything from its predecessor, with the same amount of controls and buttons and the same DSLR shape, but in a smaller form factor. It's a pretty attractive device that has a pretty cute look. On top of that, the device is extremely durable thanks to its magnesium body, which is also dust and splash proof, and it has a lifespan of 200,000 cycles, double that of its predecessors. It has a great electronic viewfinder which is pretty clear and delivers plenty of detail with accurate colours. It has a 3-inch screen on the back which delivers plenty of detail, and it's touch responsive so you can select the focus points. One of the biggest selling points of the Panasonic Lumix GH4 is its amazing autofocus performance, which combines the best of contrast detect autofocus system and depth from defocus performance technology to deliver an amazing speed of 0.07 seconds. This is pretty much as fast as it gets, and it uses a 49-point autofocus system that covers the majority of the scene. During testing, it revealed that it was very fast and could focus excellently on the subject, making it the perfect tool for street photography. In the continuous shooting performance, it delivered about 13.4 frames per second for JPEG files and about 12 frames per second for RAW files. It's one of the fastest cameras in the market, and combined with its attractive battery life of about 500 shots per charge, it's one of the best cameras for series photographers. This camera utilizes a 16 megapixel 4/3 CMOS sensor, which may not look pretty good due to its low megapixels. However, it's pretty good unless you plan on printing billboards, as it delivers good colors accurately and with precise, true-to-life colors. At number 3, it's the Panasonic Lumix FZ80. Bridge cameras are amazing devices, bringing you a pretty close DSLR or mirrorless interchangeable lens camera performance without the bulk and confusing controls. I can also say that these cameras deliver the most value for their price, and the Panasonic Lumix FZ80 is no different. This camera is one of the most versatile cameras in the market, with its ease of use, optical zoom, great sensor, image stabilization performance, touchscreen LCD, and many more. The first thing I have to mention about the Panasonic Lumix FZ80 is that it weighs just 616 grams in total and it's extremely well balanced. It has the shape of a DSLR camera except for the interchangeable lens part, and it has a pretty deep hand grip, allowing you to handle the camera excellently. It also has entry-level DSLR camera controls, delivering you plenty of versatility and creative freedom. In addition to that, they're extra intuitive and are labelled clearly. On the back, you have a 3-inch LCD touchscreen display with a resolution of 1,040,000 dots and has touch focus and shutter functions on top of everything else. Like the aforementioned Lumix cameras in this list, the Panasonic Lumix FZ80 also has a pretty speedy autofocus performance, and it also has the 49 area autofocus system. In addition to all this, it has plenty of modes you can choose from to deliver you the perfect performance in different situations, such as with moving subjects or low light scenarios. The Panasonic Lumix FZ80 utilizes an 18.1 megapixel 1-inch MOS sensor that delivers a great performance and up to 60 times optical zoom. It has an ISO range that spans from 80 to 3200, which delivers a good performance throughout. It just suffers at the highest level of ISO 3200. This camera delivers excellent performance through various scenes, and during testing it took some beautiful photographs. It's worth mentioning its optical image stabilization features, which eliminates the chances to take a bad photograph, and overall, the whole experience from this camera is excellent. At number 2, it's the Panasonic Lumix G7 4K. Moving on, we have the Panasonic Lumix G7 4K, which is an excellent mirrorless interchangeable lens camera from the company's lineup. It delivers an excellent performance with its good sensor, speedy autofocus performance, light body, OLED viewfinder, vari-angle touchscreen display, 4K shooting, and plenty of other features that make it a pretty capable machine. First of all, I have to mention the design and aesthetics of the Panasonic Lumix G7, as the company with this camera has adopted a more angular and boxy design, similar to the Fujifilm cameras, however in a more modern and contemporary manner. But then again, it's still a retro-looking device. It has a good hand grip on this camera that delivers great comfort and security while shooting. The controls on this device are also excellent and deliver a great amount of creative freedom. The vari-angle touchscreen display is a 3-inch one with great resolution, delivering sharp previews with accurate colours, and the live view mode works pleasantly. The electronic viewfinder is an OLED unit delivering 2,360,000 dots, which is one of the sharpest, and it also portrays accurate colours. It uses Panasonic's trademark 49 area autofocus points with a contrast detect sensor and plenty of autofocus modes you can choose from, delivering a great experience overall. It was quick at focusing on subjects regardless if they were moving or still, and the performance was still the same. It has plenty of modes you could utilize, and they all worked excellently, and overall I have zero complaints about the autofocus performance. For image quality, it utilizes a 4/3 CMOS sensor with 16 megapixels, which is pretty good for delivering excellent photographs. It had a good ISO range that spanned from 100 to 25,600, and what surprised me the most is that it eliminated noise in high ISO levels, but not very aggressively, just in the right amount to deliver a natural performance. The main selling point of the Panasonic Lumix G7 4K is its 4K photo and video footage performance, which was one of the best in its category thanks to its continuous autofocus mode that could focus excellently on the subject without losing it for a frame. And at number 1, it's the Panasonic Lumix GX85. On the top of our list, we have another mirrorless interchangeable lens camera from the company's lineup, the GX85. This camera is very compact and has great styling, 4K video shooting capability, quick autofocus system, nice sensor, 5-axis image stabilization, Wi-Fi connectivity, fast burst shooting speed, built-in flash and electronic viewfinder, and a nice vari-angle screen. For the price, it's one of the best cameras in the market, and it delivers excellent value for the money. This camera is extremely small as it measures just 2.8 by 4.8 by 1.7 inches in total and weighs 15 ounces with a battery and memory card installed. It has an all-black body that's pretty attractive and gives an interesting vintage feeling, and in my opinion it's one of the better designed cameras in the market. In that small body you also get a pop-up flash which gives the camera a great bounce flash function. The controls of this device are not very rich, however they are pretty good and very intuitive. The hand grip is not very deep, but for its size it's pretty good unless you choose to pair this camera with a huge lens, and then it'll lose its balance. It has a great electronic viewfinder that delivers an accurate presentation of the scene, and the 3-inch LCD panel is tiltable but not vari-angle. It has 1,040,000 dots and is touch sensitive for you to select the settings and even tap focus and tap shutter options to name a few. The Wi-Fi connectivity is perfect for transferring your photograph straight onto your phone, and the memory card slot supports SD, SDHC and SDXC cards. Just like in all the cameras in this list, the Panasonic Lumix GX85 uses the same 49-point contrast detect autofocus system paired with the company's depth from defocus technology, which delivers a smooth and extremely quick performance. It was capable of tracking fast-moving subjects accurately, and in paired with its image stabilization prowess, it's one of the best cameras for street photography, if not the best. Just like the others, it uses the same 16-megapixel 4/3 CMOS sensor, which is great for shooting amazing photographs and has an ISO range that spans from 200 to 25,600. If you want the best Panasonic camera, this is it.